Hey guys, how you doing? It's Mr. Fuzzy Lego. Welcome back to our custom Lego minifigure video. Today I'm showing you two minifigures that are very important to me as a customizer, Kirito and Asuna from the first arc of the first season of Sword Art Online. And I mean that pretty literally because I've made Kirito multiple times and a few Asunas over the years, and that is just because I do have a genuine love for this anime, at least the first arc of the first season. I think it's you know, you can say whatever you want about it. I personally love it. It still resonates with me. It was one of the very first anime that I even laid my eyes on. If you disclude Pokemon from that list, but I every time that I rewatch this anime, it gives me chills. I'm not gonna lie. I do really enjoy this. I have seen other anime, so I'm not like an idiot, but I do recognize this show for its many problems. But I love this. Okay, I love this. And also a big part of these why I made these minifigures too is because I recently started rewatching the Sword Art Online abridged parody series, and you know, despite me being a big fan of the anime, I laugh at every single one of those problems that the abridged series throws out there, and it's like it's so hilarious. So that's one of the biggest influences to why I decided to remake these two figures, because that's just really funny. And so yeah, Kirito and Asuna, I can't remember which version these are, but I know I've had Kirito in the works for at least since like January, February, and I only started finishing up my Asuna because I ran out of white electrical tape and I kind of needed her to finish the project. So here they are now. I'm very excited to show these two figures, so without further ado, let's get started. First up is Kirito in all his dual-wielding glory, and you can see that I did make both of his swords, the Dark Repulsor and his very classic Elucidator, which they're kind of big, so I'll probably get them off of the figure first, get these out of the way first of all. So the first sword is, of course, his very classic Elucidator, and this is made with my my own little strategy that I've made. I don't know if anyone else incorporates this, but you take a Lego tile for the blade, and you cut off all of the bits on the back, like all the parts that connect, and you cut off most of the sides and everything, and you sand it down so it's like this very sharp blade. This is actually a very sharp sword, and it will probably make you bleed if you're unfortunate enough to stab yourself or something. But the rest of it is painted in it's way out of focus. The rest of it is painted in a dark, a black metallic with some different three-dimensional bits, including clay and different parts that I glued together. It's a very cool sword, and you see it's quite big. It's actually the size of Kirito himself. And his other sword is his dual-wielding sword, I suppose you could say, the Dark Repulsor, which also came out really good. I really like the way this one turned out as well. Very different cleaning, painting there, which I use a gloss to actually cover that so it wouldn't look so, not bad, but it wouldn't look so dirty in some areas. And yeah, I just kind of painted on. They're too big to actually fit in the sheaves that I put on the back, but that's okay. Those are just there for decoration. So now it's time for the actual figure itself of Kirito, and here he is in his black worm coat that he wears throughout most of the series. It's definitely his most iconic outfit that he's really ever worn throughout any of the SAO, series and seasons. And every time that I made a Kirito, I did make him in this exact same coat. So here's my one from 2018, I believe, using a lot of the parts from 2016. So it's a very old version of Kirito. And you can see that it's just a much cleaner remake, pretty much, of that one. And so this one was very tricky to make if I was going to make him, give him a three-dimensional coat, or literally just paint it on like how I did this, how I like this part of the part of the torso. And I decided to give him a three-dimensional coat. And for the first few months that I was working on this, but the first few weeks that I was working on this, it was turning out really good. But then if you watched my last video, I mentioned there was a paint water tragedy that happened on my desk, and this is one of the figures that got not sacrificed, but totally was drenched in water throughout multiple hours. And you know, my coats are made out of like cardstock, so water is not nice to them. And so this figure kind of has a bit of warping in this bottom down here. You can see the different warping of the jacket, which doesn't look that noticeable. It kind of tucks into his legs sometimes, which you gotta fix. But I just get a toothpick, pull it out, because it's stuck. Come on. There we go. So this is one of the figures that kind of has that, is definitely a result and casualty of that tragedy. But other than that, his paintwork is really good. This actual, like, little strap here is really bendy because of the way it works there. And he's got all these different three-dimensional bits here. You can see even on the legs, I did paint his shoe detail inside there, and like that belt buckle, which was really tricky to do. And you can see all the different, like, circles here with the dots on the interior. And the back itself also has this collar and the different sheath pieces for a sword, which again are way too big to actually fit the Elucidator or Dark Repulsor themselves. And he's got his fidget spinner, which even before fidget spinners came out, that was an interesting shape, and it's always been tricky for me to make. And this one doesn't even have it, so I can't even show you reference. And the head came out really good. I think it came out, you know, looking just like the anime character, and the hair is also very nice. It's very clean, very, not a whole lot going on besides the basic shapes I thought were very necessary. And he's got a bit of, actually, one of my favorite details, he's got a lot of cool different metallic painting details on there on his shoes, which you can see. But other than that, he came out really good. Definitely my best Kirito, and if it weren't for the damage, the water damage to the coat, this would definitely be one of my favorite figures ever. But sadly, that hasn't happened. So that's it for Kirito. Let's go on to Asuna. And Asuna, and unlike Kirito, I've only made one Asuna throughout the years, and that was from 2016. And so this is a fairly good figure for 2016 until you look at the back and it makes you want to die. But yeah, I definitely wanted to make a new Asuna just to last a few more years, because this one, I think this desperately needed an upgrade, and she didn't even have her hair or anything anymore. It was an old figure that, you know, was really in need of an upgrade. So here she is now, and I really like the way she came out, actually. She's very clean. I even thought this one was clean at the time, but just putting this one away for now because it needs to die. Let's get that away first. And so she has an accessory, and just like Kirito, I'm going to go ahead and get her sword out of the way. This is the Lambent sword, the Lambent light sword, I'm pretty sure, that she has in the first arc of the anime. And oh, I dropped it, yay. It's made with the same technique that I use for Kirito and all my swords that I make nowadays, with the blade that you cut off. I don't even know what, I had a Lego piece here. Oh yeah, here it is. This is what I'm talking about, actually. You take like a tile, and then you like see all the stuff in the back, you cut all those different like circle bits off, and then you sand down the sides, and you basically just get rid of everything, so it's just like a sheet of plastic. And that's what I do. It's kind of wasteful, but I think it works pretty well, and then I make these sharp looking swords. But yeah, I did paint all of that detail onto one of these curved pieces because I think it looked the most like Asuna's sword, with a few extra details, and for some reason that is way over there, even though it should be in the middle. I don't know why that's like that, but it's too late to kind of fix it now. So let's go ahead and put it back on. And you apparently, you know, you never, actually, no, we're not gonna put that back on. We're trying to show you the figure. And so Asuna here, well, I don't even really know where to start. She has a lot of different three-dimensional elements. This, of course, like the red bands are, those were tricky. I mean, I used like a dark yellow, actually, because my main yellow was weird, and that was definitely pretty hard, I guess you could say. This also down here was pretty hard, and I'll show you all this detail in a second. But I guess we'll go over with the legs first. She does have these different red stitching like you see in the anime, and I think they even bend, but the skirt might have it be problems. But yeah, there you go. She's also got these boots, and the detail goes in the inside of them as well, if I think you can see there. Yeah, those look really great. She does have the boots down here, and her face is painted. She's got a three-dimensional sheet there for her sword. And yeah, I think in order to really show the rest of the figure, I have to take off the hairpiece, so I guess I'll go with the hairpiece first. I did sculpt some Asuna hair because I had to make that joke again 4 years later. But she does have these sculpted bits which are very fragile, so I'm scared to remove them. And she definitely has this different sculpted pieces. And I used a Marion hairpiece, like from the Indiana Jones line, I'm pretty sure. And it just came out really good, like because she already kind of has these braids in the back to begin with, so I just kind of sculpted onto those to make them bigger. And there's my great looking hair. I'm not good at sculpting hair, and you know, you see a lot of other customizers in the community make like gorgeous pieces of art with sculpting, but that's not me. I can make anime hair like this, but I'm not good at making back hair, certainly not. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and remove the headpiece, hoping that I don't break anything, but it should just come off very fragilely. Here we go. It's gonna get the head as well, because that's just how I roll. And there, never mind, boom, I got the hair off, and now I can clean the head later, which is fantastic. But yeah, you can see if I go ahead and remove the torso here, you can see that it's not going to remove, never mind. I forgot that I glued this to the back, which is not going to come off. So let's not break this, I completely forgot. And yeah, this was definitely a tricky shape to get. Like, it goes all the way to the back, and that was at least 3 or 4, you know, tries trying to get that to look decent. She does have some different belts and some more back detail as well, which I don't even think I gave to really the old one. This is just an overall, this is an upgrade, definitely. And I think that's about it. I mean, I put these belts on. Those look pretty good. Yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and reassemble a figure because I don't know what else to talk about. She does have this on her face, which I'm going to fix right now because it's just bothering me. Must have been a paint error that I put, and now we're going to go ahead and assemble this like it's Darth Vader, and so let's be careful. Here we go. Don't slide it on the wrong way. It's very slow. I love it if I broke it on camera. That'd be so funny. But yeah, we just pop it on. Boom. All done. Here is Asuna, and I think that's about it for this video, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, you can leave a like down below and let me know a comment or two what you like about these figures. And if you'd like to order a commission, there's always information down there in the description below where you can contact me on my email or my Instagram, and we can work out a fantastic deal, because I'm kind of working on a lot of figures right now, and I mean, it wouldn't hurt to throw one more onto the pile or the plate or whatever. But yeah, I hope that I made a video, like an update video, but we'll see if I actually made that, and I'll post it another one. So this is like a 2-in-1 deal, yippee. Anyway, this is it for this video, everybody. I'm not sure why I said this is it, but this is all. That is all. I can't talk, so I'm gonna end this before I ruin anything else, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.